All right, folks, we are now live. Welcome back to the Compass Rose Productions, Twitch channel. We have Gender Mouster here with us today. I'm gesturing in the correct direction for our, second Wanderhome stream of Pride. Logan, Aaron, and I are going to be reprising the characters we played last week. And Mouster will be joining us with a new character. So real quick, we are going to go around in a circle. We're going to reintroduce ourselves. We're going to talk a little bit about Compass Rose Productions. And Mouster, for their first appearance on the Compass Rose channel, will be introducing themselves for the first time. We're Compass Rose Productions. We are a group of, we're an all-queer group. Some of us are disabled, some of us are people of color, but we are a group of content creators who want to... Oh no, I'm not being picked up by OBS. Give me a second. Yeah, I'm not being picked up by OBS. Yeah.
Thankfully you had your captions running so everyone got to see the captions.
Yeah, at least there's that. I don't know why OBS isn't picking me up. I need to fix that. It's gonna stress me out. Properties.
We need to have Valentine's Day curse happen.
We sure do. Tw 2019. It was 2019. I don't know if that's working. I genuinely do not know if my audio is working. What? No, I am not.
It says I can hear you, Scott.
Oh, I can be heard, but y'all cannot. That's the problem. Okay.
I can still
There we
hear
go.
you too.
Okay, we're good. I think I've got it fixed. I think I have everyone's audio where it needs to be finally.
Testing the Audi.
Yeah, OBS seems to be picking y'all up the way it was supposed to be. Okay,
Yay.
real quick, in the
Also,
chat,
you know what
can
else is-
everyone hear us?
Tess, this is Logan. Can you hear my voice?
Great, fantastic.
Aaron,
I'm very low, Scotty. You're
very low?
Yes.
Let me go turn you up in Discord, because I can't turn you up separately right now.
Turn me up, bitch.
Okay. Alright, so... Okay. We're gonna start over.
I'd like to remind this is not a family-friendly live stream.
No, we're not family-friendly. Wanderhome is a family-friendly game. If you have children in your life, you absolutely can and should introduce them to Wanderhome. If you have children in your life, you absolutely cannot and should not introduce them to Compass Rose Productions until they are of a certain age. We are unfortunately not family-friendly as much as we may love children. So until you're ready for them to hear us cussing up a storm, don't let them watch our channel. With our technical issues figured out and the Valentine's Day curse beat for another stream, knocking on wood right now, we would like to welcome you to the Compass Rose Productions Twitch channel. Compass Rose Productions, as I was saying earlier, is a group of all queer creators. A couple of us are disabled, a couple of us are people of color, who like to make happy endings for people who don't normally get them. What do I mean when I say happy endings for people who don't normally get them? I mean queer people, disabled people, and people of color. So often our stories end in tragedy, or we're the villains and not the heroes. So we make stories where we're the heroes and we get a happy ending. That said, our stories are not usually about being queer, disabled, or a person of color. Our stories are just about people who are queer, disabled, and or a person of color. So while we may touch on those topics sometimes, don't expect them from us 100% of the time. That said, we're going to go around in a circle and introduce ourselves real quick. It's going to go me, Gender Meowster, Aaron, Logan, because that's the order I have us set up on the stream. So my name is Scott. I am a writer. I'm everyone's favorite two-spirit content creator. Don't fact check that because there are other two-spirits out there making content, and I'm sure there's someone else's favorite. But I am the resident all things nerd. I know many things. I'm gay and I know things. Of Compass Source Productions, I just know a lot of I know a lot of random shit. So, yeah, I write. I play Scarborough Rose on the Everyone Dice regular Dungeons and Dragons stream every Saturday. And I like orcs like a lot, like an unnatural amount. And I also have 4 Bulbasaurs in my background. And I think those are all the things that you really need to know about me right now. So we're going to go to Meowster.
Meowdy, everyone. I'm Gender Meowster. I use they, them pronouns. I am a comfy cozy variety streamer here on Twitch at Gender Meowster. I also really enjoy tabletop games, and when possible, I jump into them. I used to stream them on my channel, but I've moved a lot of that production over to the Knights of the Bantam. I also have really been grooving on Compass Rose, and I will be here again on Friday, which is so exciting. My capstone project right now, which sounds like I'm in school, I'm not. I already finished school. The main thing that I do right now is the Genderful Talk Show, which is a Twitch stream. It's also a VOD on YouTube, and it is a podcast you can get on 8 or more podcasting platforms. And it looks like Compass Rose Productions has dropped my Twitch on there on the chat. And I can also send my link tree along if you all want to see all the links for all the things. I have a handful of streamer guides. So if you are just starting out on your Twitch streaming journey and you would like to support a non-binary person by buying some guides to figure out what kind of bot commands should I be using, how do I set up these cool captions that y'all are doing, how do I run a mod team, all of these things. I have guides for all of that on my Ko-Fi. And all of that information is in my link tree that I will fetch when I'm done talking words. So I am non-binary, I'm disabled, I am queer, I am married to a trans woman, so I'm also in a very queer relationship with a fellow trans person. And probably more things I'm forgetting. I live with chronic pain, and streaming is my full-time deal. So thank you so much for listening to the words coming out of my mouth today. I'm wearing an Eevee hat and a non-binary flag because I asked myself, how could I make the stream even gayer? And the answer was wearing a pride flag as a shirt. So here we are.
Your cat with you too.
Yes, my cat is napping in her little sidecar next to my chair. It's really cute. I love her. Maybe someday. Yeah, there's a cat cam on my stream. So if you ever want to meet Neferkitty, if she's ever next to me, I have the cat cam turned on and you can see her. It's like a dedicated device just for cat cam. It's an old phone that lived in a drawer and now it lives on an arm pointing at the cat bed. I'm really excited to be here, and I really enjoyed. Scotty was actually on the talk show to talk about Two Spirit. It was either this week or last week. I forget. Time is getting away from me. But recently, and that those VODs and things will be coming soon. Would love to share them with you all. Yay.
I believe that makes it Aaron's turn.
My turn? Okay, I'm Aaron. Like I said last time, I work 7 days a week, so I'm a workaholic. I like food. I like coffee. I love coffee. I love my cat. I'm a ferret. You can kind of see her right there. She's a sliver of ferret. And I am assigned chaos child of the group. So let's have some fun.
Cool. I'm Logan, he, him pronouns. I am a tabletop game designer and just general tabletop nerd. Yeah, I write games, I play games, and I've just been super excited for this game all week. So I'm very excited to be here. And yeah, journey with this crew and have Meowster along for the ride as well.
I just want to give an extra shout out to Logan for helping me make my characters for both of these games this week. I was like, "Dear Logan, I want to participate in cool stuff. Also, I have ADHD and I've never played these systems. And will you help me?" And then Logan said yes. So we stayed up. We started at 10 p.m. on Monday. Built our characters.
That's how
Which,
Scotty and
to
I
be
met.
fair, that at 10 p.m. on Monday for you is a reasonable time of day for Logan.
It is. It's like 3 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
I just want to say really quickly, Scotty and I met in a Dragon Age fan server.
We did.
And then we stayed up until like 6 a.m. making characters for making characters
Yeah.
for Dragon Age RPG.
Before we get started on this game, I would like to invite all of our viewers to take your medicine if you have medicine to take. I just took mine. And, hydrate or dihydrate. If you don't drink some water during this stream, I'm gonna come to your house and I'm gonna pour day-old noodles into your shoes.
Scotty, does espresso count as
No.
medicine?
No, it does not. All right. So with the noodle shoe threat out of the way, yes, for blooming, we got closed captions set up today with Gender Meowster's help. Finally figured out how to do them. We are going to be slowly incorporating them into all of our streams here on out, so that we can have captions because we want to be accessible to as many people as possible. So we'll have to see whether or not everyone's computer can handle having that much, nonsense going on for every one of our streams. But for as many streams as we can, we're going to have captions. So, on that note, I would like to thank Gender Meowster for joining us. And I would like for us to go ahead and get going with talking a little bit about our characters. So, as I said, Logan, Aaron, and I are reprising our characters. Gender Meowster is playing, of course, a new character. This is their first time playing Wanderhome, and we're super excited to introduce them to the system. I am playing Quiaweedle. He's a coyote. He uses he, him pronouns, and he is a moth tender. Last week, he delivered Fran, who had been his ward for some long amount of time, to an old friend of his, a witch named Achashidal, in the Miremuck Swamp. So that is Fran's new home. Fran is no longer traveling with us. Quiaweedle is a very tired old man. He's probably 50, 60 years old, somewhere in there. Very, very gray around the muzzle at this point. And he would just like to stop. My son is begging for food without doing so from the floor, so he's being told to go to bed. Sorry, I got distracted by my dog. What was I saying?
Old man, gray around the muzzle.
He's an old
Like
man,
to
he's
stop.
gray around the muzzle. He'd kind of like to stop traveling, but he also feels like he has to keep traveling. So, that's Quiaweedle in a nutshell. Aaron, if you would like to go ahead and introduce Jell, and then Logan will introduce Dantholomew, and then Meowster will introduce us to Prancer.
So, Jell, or James Lindsay Witherby, is a hawk. They use they, them. They have black feathers and a shepherd's crook from their mom and a whistle. A bee whistle, an insect whistle. That a blow to attract that's how we attracted the giant dragonfly last time. The ancient dragonfly. They have hiking boots. They have big, chunky hiking boots. They have a dress that's sort of tied around to be like a romper almost. And then over that, they have a plaid shirt that's just tied at their waist together. And they have a herd of bumblebees following them.
All right, so I'm playing Dan Tholomew, who is a turtle frog of the Caretaker playbook. He uses he/him pronouns. He wears a big scratchy cloak, and he anytime he writes down a note, he'll like lick it and stick it on his body because it's pretty sticky. So he just has bits of paper covering him in random places. Most recently, as of his our last look at his travels, he had 2 hands. He still has 2 hands, but one of them is now made of, and I quote, swamp goo covered in twigs with a glove of wax. The wax, courtesy of James Lindsay Witherby, after it was bitten off by that ancient dragonfly that we met. Dan Tholomew is fine with it though. He, as a caretaker, he had 5 small and forgotten gods that traveled in shrines on his body. But as of last travels, Aya, the god of a misplaced kiss, who danced around his hand, it was bitten off by the dragonfly and is now somewhat fused with the dragonfly, so that Aya now has a new form, which is pretty exciting. But Dan Tholomew is still a bit sad to see them go. He still has 4 other gods: Dulcet, the god of tiny melodies; Wick, a candle god; Woad, a god of a mossy boulder; and a family of sapling gods that are all in different places on his body. That's Dan Tholomew.
Nice. So I am playing Prancer today. Prancer the Dancer, to get the full name out at least once. So Prancer the Dancer is a fox, an orange fox, with prancy little paws. And Prancer is wearing an outrageously long scarf. Perhaps it is these colors that I'm wearing. The black, purple, white, and yellow. Also has a cloak covered in glowing fungi. So a cloak with our mycelial friends. A stylized mask, and I like to think it's the it's a fox mask. So it's a fox wearing a fox mask, but the fox mask is like the very like traditional, fearsome, ferocious looking fox, and then when you take it off, it's like a goofy fox face with a little teeth sticking out all the time. And the fur pattern on the fox's face actually looks like a little mustache, which is adorable. And has very prancy little feet that are often covered in mud.
All right, so when we introduced our characters last week, we went over a little bit of the choices we made in our playbooks for them. So the unique dancer stuff that you chose, if you would just tell us what you picked.
Sure, I will happily do that. So for the dances I'll teach anyone who wants to learn, and ones I'll only ever dance alone. For teaching anyone, I picked a rhythmic work song, a tradition from a life I have no desire to return to. For dance alone, I picked a soft and gentle reed flute snatched from the north wind god himself. For dances that I'll gladly dance and ones I'll never dance again, so gladly I will dance a dance that I dance with the small and forgotten gods to earn luck and wisdom, a dance you dance with all the winds in the sky to invite the weather to change, a dance you dance with the plants beneath the soil to inspire them to grow, but never again will I dance a dance with the deepest dark to bridge the gates of life and death.
Ooh, that's fun. I really like the little hints at the deeper, greater, richer, sort of more eldritch lore of Wanderhome that we get in the playbooks themselves.
Yeah, I enjoyed
My
that.
favorite part is the constant hints of Odin in the playbooks. It's Wednesday, my dudes. So,
I'm delighted to be in the My Dudes category. That gave me gender euphoria. Thanks for that.
so, now what we're gonna do is Logan, Aaron, and I asked each other questions last week when we were either reconnecting Queerweedle and Dantholomew or looping Gel into that pre-existing friendship. So now we are going to ask some questions of Prancer, and Prancer is going to ask questions of us to sort of figure out what relationship Prancer has already built with the three of us since they've joined our little merry band of traveling misfits. So, Meowster, if you would go ahead and pick a question from the Ask One to the left and right section and choose one of us to ask that question. The rules as written want you to only ask one to the left and right, but we're going to go ahead and have you ask questions of all three of us because I think that's more fun.
Okay. So for Dantholomew, I ask, why did I come with you when we left home?
Oh, cool. We're old friends. All right. Why did you come with me when we left home? I think there was a curiosity. I think when we left home, my drive to travel has for a long time been to see and take care of all the small and forgotten gods. And there's just so many out there, and the small and forgotten gods of so many different things. And I like to think that, they choose to be gods of things that we should pay more attention to. I'm traveling to pay more attention to these things. And I think that sparked your curiosity about, what are these beings? So that's why you came with me.
I love that. And to
If you'd like to, okay.
When was the last time we stayed up all night to watch the sunrise?
Oh, probably last night. My bumbles are need constant supervision. Especially the youngest, they're always getting into something.
I love that. And this is me remembering the awesome trick that I was taught by Logan about how to make line breaks in my notes. So we stayed up last night, all night, watching the Bumbles. Awesome.
We can ride on a BBB or B3, Big Boy Bumble, the biggest
Big boy Bumble. I love that. And then, Queewaddle, why won't you ever dance with me?
I am an old man, and my joints are creaky and achy. I'm just not made for that. But also, on a deeper level, he doesn't want to dance until he's back home to dance with his fiancée.
Okay.
So now we're going to go around the circle and ask questions from our list of Prancer. Logan, if you would like to go first.
Cool. All right. So Prancer, do I listen to you when you feel small and forgotten?
I think you do. I think, you already do such a good job of listening to the small and forgotten gods. And I like imagining there might have been a time where we traveled together to collect those small and forgotten gods, and I wooed them with my dance moves. And then they hopped on your magnificent rock shell. And so I like to imagine that Dantholomew is really good at listening to Prancer's feelings.
All right, Aaron, if you would like to go next.
How did I help bring you back when you felt lost?
I think that your delight in nature and your engagement with the bumblebees taught me that there's no shame in having mud on your paws. There's no shame in working hard and tending the land and doing those sorts of things. That it's okay to work hard.
Right, and from me, I've got 2 questions, and it's hard to choose between them. I am going to ask, when did I realize that I could trust you?
I think that you realized you could trust me when I accepted your no graciously when you said you didn't want to dance. You only had to tell me one time. I didn't pressure you about it. I didn't lay into you about it. I didn't give you a hard time or even ask you why. You said no or no thank you, whichever level of grumpiness or not you think your character would have used. But I accepted it, and I didn't press into it. And so because that was my behavior, I think you learned that I was trustworthy.
I'm gonna throw my pens on the floor now. I may or may not need to reorganize my desk. We keep adding storage solutions to my desk, and I just keep needing more storage solutions for my desk. Because I do all of my work here, much like Gender Meowster. Everything I do for Compass Rose Productions is my full-time gig. I effectively live at my desk, and I'm constantly working on something over here. Sometimes I'm working on multiple things at once. Last night we played Curse of Strahd, and I spent the entire time also doing work for these streams. All right, so we are going to, if I can get the right paper pulled out, we are going to once again go over real quick our journeying tools. Because we may have first-time viewers who have never really dug into Wanderhome before. And as always, I like to highlight the consent tools that have been baked into the rule set for Wanderhome. So the journeying tools for Wanderhome are, let's do this instead, which is if we just can't agree on something, if we maybe are starting to get frustrated about it, anyone can suggest an alternate course that, maybe it'll help break that impasse. Do we want to is one of those tools that's there to invite people to speak up if they have a thought that maybe they aren't comfortable sharing unless they're being invited to share it. Because some people are new to role-playing, some people are not ready and willing to share their thoughts unless somebody asks them to. Where to next is, maybe we're stuck. Maybe we need to come up with some new ideas, go somewhere else. What do you think is, again, one of those invitation tools. So the rest of these, hold on, no, and walking away. The basic idea here is to encourage tabletop etiquette in any group that you play Wanderhome with. And the idea is that you should be listening to everyone, making sure that everyone is having fun, and if it looks like someone isn't having fun, check in with them and see what you can do to help make it fun. But in the end, maybe someone just needs to walk away from the table. Maybe this isn't the right game for them, maybe this isn't the right group for them. That's not necessarily a bad thing, it's just a thing. Not everybody's tabletop experience has to be the same. So, those are the journeying tools. Like I said, they are baked into the rules for Wanderhome, which is something that more games should do. If you want to look at more consent in gaming tools, you can find Lines and Veils and the X card online really easily. You can also find Monty Cook's consent in gaming worksheets online, again, really easily. These are all free tools. You just have to look them up. Lines and Veils, that's Lines and Veils, Lines and Veils with tabletop, X card with tabletop. You'll be able to find those no problem. And then the consent in gaming worksheets are on Monty Cook's website. They're a free PDF download. So, that said, I think we're ready to start building our little corner of the Haith for this. Hey, Logan, You want to take over building the Haith? Because I don't have anything organized.
Sure. So, to build the place that we're going to at least start exploring today, I would invite us. I mean, it's rules as written. We choose 3, but I would like to choose 4 because there's 4 of us, and
Yeah.
that's fun. So if you are following along from home on page 137, you will find a list of all the different natures, and this PDF is entirely hyperlinked, which is amazing. And basically we can choose any of those natures, and each of them comes with options for aesthetic choices of what is there, and also a folklore choice of a story that exists within this place. So, last time I think we just stayed with comfortable and verdant natures mostly. But there are different types of natures, like comfortable, verdant, liminal, sprawling, lonely, and restless. My instinct is just to look at the natures themselves and see what looks interesting. So there's all kinds of things. My eyes are drawn to furnace, just because that sounds cool, which is a sprawling nature.
I'm inclined to...
I would like to do a mirage.
Mirage is good. Mirage is fun.
Specifically, it shows you who you want to see the most as one of its aesthetic elements, and 2 beautiful music as its second one.
Well, I think we should, just to keep things relatively organized, I think we should select just the top down first, and then I'll take a look at the options and choose how to flesh them out together. I think is the best way to do it. I think boy, decisions are hard.
They sure are.
I think we need a nice farm. So we've got a furnace, a mirage, and a farm.
I'm looking at the different liminal natures. I'm just thinking about how dance can be so in between and sort of fluid. But I was also thinking about carnival under the sprawling natures.
Carnival?
Because I think performing at a carnival, doing little handstands on my paws and all of that and dancing about, like as a busker, would totally be something that Prancer would do.
That would be fun. So do you wanna choose carnival then?
I will choose carnival.
All right. So we've got furnace, mirage, farm, and carnival. We're just gonna work from the top down here on our little list. So let's go look at the furnace. The furnace burns hot with the force of furious and creative fire. This place can always describe the stifling heat, raise tensions caused by intolerable conditions, or ask, will you forge what once was broken? Give them a token if they try their best. And just as a reminder, and for anybody who is new to Wanderhome, anytime a kith or a nature says this place can always, that is something that anyone at the table can call upon and do. We can all perform actions for the world or the NPCs. And that's how this is a GM-less system. We're just building the story together. At any time, any one of us can take the reins and build a scene. So this place can always is your tools for how to use a nature, and this person can always is your tools for how to use a kith. So for the furnace, we are choosing 2 aesthetic elements, and our list is walls of iron tools, ornate glassworks, a legendary blade left unfinished, an imaginative apprentice still learning the craft, a mighty smith with a burning grudge, or, the one that's always on the list, something else of your own invention. So,
I mean, like, the first one, it's a seething, flaming forge. Like, I feel like I like that one, just to really go into the aesthetic. Big, hot, fiery thing.
wait, what?
A seething, flaming forge. It's the first option on choose 2 aesthetic elements.
The first option on choose 2 aesthetic elements is walls of iron tools. Are you looking at the most updated PDF, or
Maybe not.
are you looking at the old press kit PDF that we had?
No. This is the full deal.
Huh.
Ooh.
Strange.
It's
I
a
see
ghostly.
walls of
Okay.
iron tool for the furnace.
Okay.
That's what I see
Okay.
on it.
Here's what's gonna happen then. I will choose something else of my own invention, which is a ghostly, sometimes there, sometimes not there, seething flaming forge.
Great.
A ghostly forge.
So we've got a ghostly forge in this furnace.
Like sometimes you feel like this heat, and you turn around, there's a forge, and then you turn around again, and stuff.
Okay. Cool. So to go along with that ghostly forge, I think we should take a legendary blade left unfinished.
I was gonna say the same.
I think that's the only logical option. It just goes together.
Is that why it's unfinished? Because the forge keeps disappearing?
Yes. All right. And then we've got choose one folklore about this place. You have the Eternal Forge and its iron servants, the Heaven Blade and its construction, the Binding of the Slaughtering God, or something else of your own invention.
I mean, Heaven Blade kind of goes with our aesthetic so far.
Technically, so does the Eternal Forge and its iron servants. What were you gonna say, Meowster?
Oh, I just think I heard Heaven Blade and thought, ooh,
Yeah.
that's not very advanced thoughts. But it sounded cool.
Hey,
It does sound cool, though.
Require advanced thoughts.
Sometimes it can be simple. Sometimes simple is better.
Yeah.
I mean,
All right.
the Heaven Blade does sound cool, so Heaven Blade it is. The Heaven Blade and its construction. So, what do we think the folklore of the Heaven Blade is? Was the Heaven Blade ever finished? Is that the legendary blade left unfinished?
Well, I think that I'm trying to remember all the instances of reference to the Heaven Blade in Wanderhome.
Oh, right,
And
yeah.
I think it was constructed and was maybe instrumental in like killing the slobbering god or something.
Yeah. Okay.
So I feel like well, there's nothing to say that it was finished by the time that it was used, for starters.
Yeah, it may have been used unfinished to bind the slobbering god. Or it was finished. Someone started building a new one.
Yeah, maybe the Heaven Blade could just be like a title
It could be.
for a blade. Could have nothing to do with the instrument itself. It could be like how it's forged or who lives it. Maybe we'll find out during play.
All right. So the Mirage. If I could please click on things. The Mirage is a lonely nature. A mirage is a place that doesn't really exist. This place can always describe something too good to be true, show someone lost in their folly, or decide if something in front of someone is real and then ask, do you believe what you see? Give them a token if they're wrong. So, we need to choose 2 aesthetic elements. There's 2 vivid flowers, 2 shining ramparts, 2 verdant plant life, 2 satisfying food, 2 beautiful music, or the 2 friendly memory of a person. And when I say 2, I know that the captions are probably randomly choosing what kind of 2, but it's 2 as in there's too much of this.
It's saying the right one.
Okay, good.
Nice.
And
Oh,
I
you
said
said two
I
beautiful
wanted
music.
it to show people the person they wanted to see most.
So a too friendly memory of a person? Let's see here. And we need to choose one more aesthetic element.
I think you said, did you say two beautiful music before, Aaron? I think that would fit nicely
Yeah.
with Prancer and dancing, and I think dulcet, I got a tiny melodies would also appreciate that.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking of.
Okay. So, two beautiful music. And then there is the folklore options are the Palace of the Saccharine Dead, the City of Restless Dreams, the Emperor's False Promise to his adoring lover, or something else of your own invention.
What do you think,
I
Meowster?
Restless Dreams.
Restless Dreams.
I was also thinking Restless Dreams.
All right.
City of Restless Dreams.
Also, side note, I wish that the Emperor had non-binary pronouns.
Yeah.
Or, like, was a regent or something. That'd be cool.
I'm sure there's probably...
It's hard because words like that are inherently gendered. Just like
Yeah,
Emperor
but
versus
that's why.
Empress.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
also why Meowster suggested regent. Regent is not gendered.
regent is a different thing, though.
It is
It's
a different
ruling
thing.
It's ruling instead of
It
the
is.
emperor.
But like,
Or
there are
ruler.
always options. Yeah,
Ruler,
a ruler.
yeah.
We can always come up with other, words to replace them.
And pricks with an X. Pricks.
Mm-hmm. Empress, yeah.
Yeah.
Love that.
Um,
I love all the X names.
and-
Priest X is one of my favorites.
I'm sure that J Dragon put in as ambiguous gendering on as many things as Jay could while building Wanderhome, considering
Jay is
their
pretty
own feelings
Oh,
on
are they-
gender.
Are they actually getting the pricks right?
Sometimes, sometimes not. All right. So I've got a question about the Mirage with its too beautiful music and its too friendly memory of a person. Do we think that it shifts and changes in how it looks, or like do we know kind of where it is, or does it move around this area that we've wandered into?
First thought I had was like, how when it's really hot, waves of heat can like show
Mm-hmm.
what I'm doing with my hand. Like
Are
waves
we
of
in
heat
like
come
a
up
desertish area?
potentially, or it could be a side effect
Volcano.
of the ghostly forge moving around.
Volcano.
Suddenly there's a volcano.
I don't think we want to be traveling on a volcano, but there could be a volcano
do.
nearby, maybe. I feel like traveling on a volcano would be incredibly dangerous.
Hey, we can fly.
You can fly. I'm keeping my feet on the ground.
That's what you said last time.
It is what I said last time, and we almost died last time. All right. So we need to sort. Yeah, we can probably invoke the Mirage whenever. It probably moves around bits and pieces. So the farm is a comfortable nature. I do like the idea of us being in a desert, though. A desert farm would be fun, I think. So, the farm. A farm is a place where people live unremarkable lives deeply rooted in the turning of the seasons and the work that must be done. This place can always describe the calm mundanity of everyday life, reveal the thin margins people live on, or ask, hey, want to help out? Give them a token if they pitch in whatever way they can. We need to choose 2 aesthetic elements, and our options are rapscallions and merrymakers, crops as far as the eye can see, peaceful livestock, rusty, overgrown weapons of war, a house you once called home, childhood inspiration now washed up and pensive, or something else of your own invention. And I am immediately drawn to a house you once called home. for obvious reasons.
Drawn to the weapons of war.
The rusty, overgrown weapons of war.
Because of the furnace nearby.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have thoughts, Meowster?
I do not currently have thoughts.
Cool. I'm happy with those two choices.
Okay, so we've got a house you once called home. And
Is
the
this
U.
Queer Weedle's house?
I think I didn't realize that this was one of the farm options when I picked it, but I think that this is where Queerweedle's fiance Hernan was left behind. I love that the captions keep correcting Queerweedle to like Quail and Queen a Weedle. Oh my goodness. It does not know how to handle my Nahuatl name. No, Queerweedle's name is Queerweedle.
It says my Nahuatl name.
You can actually train the service to know what words mean what. There's a word
Goodness.
replacement feature.
Well, I'll have
there's a word
to
replacement feature thing you can do.
I'll have to fiddle with it in the future and get it to accept my definitely not even remotely Western names for my characters. For those of you who don't know, I like to use Mesoamerican languages to name my characters. So, a house
great. I love it.
you once called home. And we said rusty, overgrown weapons of war. So I imagine that Hernan is living in this little farmhouse and raising like crickets and things. Once again, for those who are unfamiliar with Wanderhome, pets and livestock in Wanderhome are largely insects because the people are all animals. So for pets and livestock, Jay went with moths, crickets, dragonflies, so on and so forth. Bumbles and thumpers and beetles. Rusty, overgrown weapons of war.
And if you don't like bugs, there is a copy of Wanderhome that is bug-free and has all the illustrations for bugs taken out.
Yes, if you are not keen on looking at bugs, you can purchase Wanderhome and download the insectophobe version of the PDF.
You don't want to see bugs? You don't have to.
And if you're unsure whether or not a given image of a bug is going to squeak you out, because I know there are some people who can handle the images sometimes and can't other times, they're very cartoony and cutesy bugs. So, if that helps at all in deciding which version of the PDF to view, just know that. All right, so we need to choose one folklore about this place. There's the scarecrow that walked away, the rain of 100 days, the apple girl and her loving parents, or something else of your own invention.
I'm drawn to Apple Girl.
Apple girl?
Sure.
All right, so we've got Apple girl and her loving parents.
Was she like the orange boy in Florida where she ate so many apples she became an apple?
I mean, it's folklore, maybe.
Possibly?
Maybe she's like a trans girl and she wants to have a bodacious booty, so she eats enough apples to have an apple-shaped bum.
Yeah.
All right,
That's what they mean
so
by she became an apple.
Farm.
It's just, yeah, buddy.
All right, so we've got the farm. We now need to sort out the carnival, which was a sprawling nature. A carnival is a place full of celebration, decadence, and excitement. This place can always describe the lights and the crowds, demand attention and adoration, or ask what will lure you deeper into the chaos. Give them a token if they follow it. You choose 2 aesthetic elements. We've got strange actors, extravagant displays of excess, a mysterious performance, a hungry crowd, masquerade accoutrement, a glamorous friend who has reinvented themselves, or something else of your own invention.
I'm curious what the symbol next to the glamorous means. Is that a recurring thing in this book?
Yes, so those symbols refer back to like unique traits. The glamorous trait, if I can go find that real quick. I know where traits are. The glamorous trait is... The glamorous trait is one of the artistic traits, and that symbol refers to the, like, special, unique, rare, magical traits in the various categorizations of them. So a glamorous kith has a beguiling and enchanting appearance that is both beautiful and impossible. They are often kaleidoscopic insects, flirtatious daemons, and especially skilled makeup artists, among others. You choose 1 to 2 that they can always do, and it's dazzle and stun everyone who beholds you, reveal the appearance you hide underneath, or tell someone to look at you. If they want to look away, they're going to need to spend a token.
Could I suggest something not on the list?
What do you want to suggest?
A courageous spider tamer, as in like a lion tamer. Put their head in the spider's maw.
Let's see here. What do y'all think?
That
Spider tamer?
certainly takes courage. I also don't want to go see the spider tamer. I'm arachnophobic.
Maybe
So
we
it's
should
like
avoid a
it's like
spider
line-
tamer
it's
in
like
that
It's
case.
like a line for me.
Yeah.
We can allude to it. Or it's a veil, rather. It's a veil, not a line.
So I think maybe we should pick a different aesthetic element so that we can fully explore what we choose to flesh this all out. I think.
It could be some other sort of critter, though.
Yeah.
What is a
What
dangerous
other kind of
critter?
tamer?
A mantis.
Mantis would be
A
fine.
female mantis tamer.
Yep. Mantis would be
Yeah.
fine. Snake would be
Especially
fine.
since it's the head part.
Courageous mantis tamer.
Hungry should be the
High five.
mantis's trait.
High five for tabletop safety. on the
Yeah.
fly. Yeah.
All right. I would like to suggest a mysterious performance.
Oh, I want to be Glamorous Friend who reinvented themselves.
All right.
That
So what
screams big trans energy.
what do Aaron and Meowster think?
I was thinking masquerade accoutrement since my fox has the mask thing going on.
All right. Yeah, that's valid.
Just
That's valid.
Maybe a whole mask.
Aaron, how are you feeling about these 3 options?
Rainful. I default.
Yeah, can we go with Meowsters because like this was the kind of
Yeah.
was their choice.
All right. So masquerade accoutrement.
Nice to get all dressed up.
Oh no. And then we need to choose 1 folklore about this place. There's the girl with 1,000 masks, the never-ending wine glass, the slobbering god, and the immorality feast, or something else of your own invention.
Side note, did we pick Slobbering God before? Or did we think about it and then pick something else?
We thought about it and then we picked something else.
Okay.
So what are we thinking here? I'm kind of immediately drawn to the girl with 1,000 masks.
Yeah, I'm kind of leaning in that direction too.
I feel like that plays in really heavily with this mirage that we've got,
Mm.
and also the masquerade accoutrement.
Could we say that
I
this
like
is a
it.
traveling carnival?
Oh yeah, easily. There's no reason it can't be. All right, so girl with 1,000 masks.
She yawns.
All right, and then since we've decided that the farm is my home, a house I once called home, I feel like I need to go ahead and tell y'all about the decisions I made about my fiance, my confident fiance, who's I still wear a ring on my finger that, you know, he gave me. His name is Hernan. His pronouns are he, him. He is a Mexican wolf. He can always say, I've got it covered, charge headfirst into trouble, or non-verbally do something, but I don't remember what. I didn't finish writing it down last week, apparently. So I might need to go, he's confident, and...
Say something in silence better than in words.
all I wrote down was non-verbally, and then I didn't finish that. So I'm not sure which thing it was. Let's charge headfirst into trouble. Let's say I've got it covered. Did I make him empathetic? I might have made him empathetic. And then not finished writing that down. Alright, so yeah, I think it's non-verbally ask, what are you feeling? Was what I was trying to put down for that. So Ernan is confident, adventurous, and empathetic are his 3 traits. And if they don't want to answer you truthfully, they're going to need to spend a token. So truthfully, they must spend a token. Now there are several ways that you can gain tokens, which are listed somewhere.
On your playbook. Yeah, there should be a copy in your playbook, and also in the rules. But typically there are things about you gain a token when you describe something beautiful, or speak your true feelings, or inconvenience yourself, help someone else, doing something without getting anything in return, things like that.
Yeah,
Give away something you hold dear.
You get a token whenever you inconvenience yourself to help someone else, give away something you hold dear, pause for a moment and get some rest, leave an offering to a small or forgotten god, speak your true feelings on a subject, take a moment to bask in the grandeur of the world and describe it to the table, take a moment to watch a tiny moment of beauty and describe it to the table, or take a moment to marvel at something no one has ever seen before and ask the table to describe it. You can spend a token in order to provide a solution for an aspect of a material or immediate problem, ease someone's pain, if only for a moment, keep someone safe from the difficulties of the world, offer someone the chance to connect with you on a personal level, find what someone needs to give them a chance to change fundamentally, reveal something hidden about the person in front of you and ask them what it is, know something important about the place you're in and tell the table about it, listen to the shared wisdom of the many small and forgotten gods and ask the table what they tell you. There are also things that you can do that will cost you tokens or gain you tokens, or cost or gain someone else tokens. And those are going to be what's on your playbook. So the thing that I can do to help you guys gain tokens is say, I have a letter for you, and they get a token if they accept the letter. So yeah.
And does this place that we're traveling through or to have a name? What's the name of your hometown, Taylor?
Oh, I didn't pick a name for my home. I don't think it has a name. I think it's just a little farm. It's just a little, it's not quite a farming commune, but it's this like little collection of houses on shared farmland. So I guess it is kind of a farming commune. Just a handful of little, little families or, couples or even just that one random single person who filed in, decided to strike up a living out here with these other farmers, tending to a small patch of land that has been slowly made fertile in the middle of a vast desert. I imagine there's a little pond that they very carefully cultivate. And they probably had to bring dirt in from so many other places, and they've just been slowly building nutrients up in this big patch of dirt that they themselves have had to build so that they could farm on it. So this is just this one random farm in the middle of a desert, because that's definitely where you find farms.
Sometimes.
I mean...
Alright. I've just written it down as Queer Weedle's home.
Yeah. That's valid. Alright, so...
Now, do we know as we're entering this area that this is Queer Weedle's home? Like, has we would have made it known that he's planning on coming here and not leaving again?
I don't think he's made it known. I will say that there's probably a significant shift in his demeanor upon arrival at this location. And I feel like anyone who's been paying attention to him over the last however long has probably like realized that, you know, he was leading the group to this place, consciously or otherwise. Like, maybe he meant to bring you all here, maybe he didn't, but he did bring you all here. So, yeah.
Cool. And Prancer, I have a question for you. Like,
Yes.
did you join us at some point on the way to this location, or have we sort of met up with you here and you're joining us going through the town?
I'm imagining you walk into town and see me busking, and Dantholomew, you think to yourself, "Oh my goodness, there's my friend. I haven't seen them in a while."
Yeah, Dantholomew would like totally just run up to you, and it's gonna like stop just before he's like, hug posing because you're in the middle of a dance. It's just gonna wait there and make eye contact, not wanting to interrupt your dance.
I think my youngest would like to dance with you, as the bees do.
We love
that.
bumbles and all their dancing.
They gotta shake
What's
their butt to
Prancer do?
dance with you.
A Prancer dance.
We'll
Dantholomew's
do
just
some little
waiting.
dancing.
What's the music like? Are you dancing to music, or are you just dancing?
Maybe there's someone with some kind of little hand drum, like just a flat round drum that they're kind of drumming on. And maybe someone has a little tambourine. Maybe the tambourine is the hand drum. I don't know. And I'm imagining some little flute, wind
Recorder.
instrument situation.
Piccolo.
Something kind of high pitched and flouncy. And yeah, so we've got like this little driving beat, and then we have little
Like the tavern music from Dragon Age 2. Is that what you're saying?
If I had played or experienced that media, I would have a better answer to your question.
Scotty knows what I'm talking about.
Me? Play more than 40 completed playthroughs of Dragon Age 2? Never!
But it's the I just snapped off the buttons to my tablet pen.
Buttons, no.
Oops. It's like the exact kind of music that you're talking about.
That's awesome.
I'm gonna pose like this until Prancer gives Dantholomew a hug.
And Prancer will do some sort of a flip from just the front paws to like flip forward, but then be on all four and sort of sprint over to you and jump, and you get muddy paws all over yourself.
Excellent.
And I say, friend, hello. Oh, it's been a while. How are you?
Prancer the Dancer, it's been, I don't even know how long. It's been great. I have a new hand. Made of
Wow,
swamp
that's a
goo.
great looking
witch gave it
hand.
to me.
Witches
It's
are the
all
best sources of
waxy.
hands.
Yes, my friend,
Swamp
this
and
is
wax.
James Lindsay Witherby, gave me a wax glove to cover it so that things don't get, into the goo and get too stuck. And this is my other friend, Puya Weedle.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
It's nice to see/meet you all. Just a moment. So let me go grab something, and I go scoop up this outrageously long scarf full of coin, and I sort of just twist it around so the coin is just in the scarf, and like wrap it around my neck a couple times.
Is there like a neck hole to put
Yep.
to lock it
So
in
there's
place?
just a lot of scarf happening. A lot of scarf, and it's at some point the coins will make their ways into my pockets in my cloak, but I just sort of whisk it up so that I can. And the band is still playing, and they're kind of like, "Where did the performer go?"
Oh no, our meal
And
ticket.
I flip them each a coin and say, "Take 15, lads, gals, and non-binary pals."
Solid. Solid.
So what brings you all to town?
Just traveling and wandering, and I like to think that Dan Tholomew, when Dan Tholomew and Prancer the Dancer were traveling together, that Dan Tholomew found most of his small and forgotten gods, but since he's found anew the family of sapling gods, so he opens up his cloak and like all kind of growing into the cloak is this family of sapling gods, and says, "Look, I have some new small and forgotten godling friends." So that's what I've been doing. Seeing lots of wonderful things, and we'll probably just like rattle off the story of the monarch butterfly and the giant dragonfly.
I love that. And while you're telling these stories, you notice that Prancer the Dancer's back feet start doing that little dance that is danced with the forgotten gods. Still listening, but a little bit ADHD, so also dancing.
Gotta do both. Can't just do one thing.
My candle god, the flame is kind of like dancing with you, and the flame itself kind of like grows into a fox-like shape, and it's like, I'm imagining at the end of one of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies where Groot is like a baby and he's like dancing in the pot.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that is what that little flame is doing.
I love that. So this is a dance that also helps us earn luck and wisdom. It is one of my dances I will gladly dance. I don't know if there's a button I push on my character sheet, but that's information that I read off my sheet.
Yeah, you can do that at any time, as many times as you like.
You can always do that. Yeah. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm looking over my character sheet again just because I've forgotten what all is on it. So we have entered we've entered this town. And I don't think that Quiaweedle is familiar with this carnival at all. I think that this is a completely new thing for him. I don't think he's ever traveled anywhere that this carnival has stopped while the carnival was there. I don't think that he's ever seen this carnival stop here at his home while he was there. So I think that this is an entirely new experience for him to have this many people in his little home.
And I would just quickly like to give Meowster a token for describing Prancer the Dancer's beautiful dance.
Aw, thank you. So are tokens only things other players give to people?
You can be like, I would like to take a token for this.
Yeah.
To yourself.
Yeah.
I've done.
You can give yourself a token for doing certain things. We can give you tokens. You can give us tokens.
Cool.
It's loose and fun.
I would like to give myself 100 tokens for being fabulous.
Aaron.
I'm just kidding.
So this is a totally new carnival for Quiaweedle.
Yeah, Quiaweedle. I think Quiaweedle's demeanor upon entering town is, he was already kind of quiet and grumpy because he's old and tired. But I think he's sort of shrinking in on himself a little while we're here. And he probably looks a little nervous and like he's waiting for something. And I think nervous is a new look on him. He's not usually nervous.
Okay. I think Bartholomew is probably going to notice this, having traveled with Queer Wheel for a while. And one of the things that I can always do is say something in silence better than words can. And I'm just going to look at Queer Wheel and just again communicate with my my eyes and just sort of my posture that like I can see him going through something, and that if he wants to, he can tell me. But there's no expectation. Just like I see you and I'm here.
Aw. I want to give you points for that, but I don't know which thing.
It's something that I can always do, so I don't think it's token worthy. But thank you. I would like to invite Meowster, sorry, through Prancer the Dancer to like tell us more about this carnival, because I feel like Prancer is all over this carnival.
I am going to say offhandedly, oh, I hope that there's games. I don't get to play games too often. And it will turn out that there's games.
Yes. Well, you see, over here is the midway or the fairway, whatever it's called, the place where all the games are. And there's one where you throw this cup and you try to get it in. You throw a ball into the cup, and then you can win little fish. And there's this other one over here where you throw this really smooth little rock, and you try to knock over these milk containers. And if you do that, then you get some other kind of prize that maybe one of my friends will invent. And over here, there's this thing where you pick up this really big, heavy hammer. I'm not very good at it. But if you smash this other thing hard enough, then you can win tokens. Other kind of tokens than on the character sheet. Tokens for the carnival. Carnival tokens. Maybe you win a basket of strawberries instead. I don't know what season.
That is
Strawberries
an
might be
excellent
this
threat. Dantholomew is very tempted at winning a basket of strawberries, but knows that because of Word, his mighty god of a mossy boulder, he will definitely win, and that feels like cheating.
I would like to go to the whack, the strength-o-meter thing. Forgetting the name of it. And I think that is anyone coming with?
On watch.
Oh, when we get there, we see a sloth lady with a mask on. And she says, "Step right up, test your strength, and win a prize. You there, would you like to try?" She points at Bartholomew. Very slowly.
And Bartholomew sort of shakes his head and says, no, thank you, but I think my friend would like to try. Pointing to James Lindsay Witherby.
Yes. B3, you're up. And this is my bumble.
That's amazing.
Oh, are you sure? We don't get bumbles playing too often. Yes. He will do amazing. He is my sturdy boy. And I am at the bumble just picking it all up on all fours. And just like, instead of hitting the target with the mallet, he just flies right in to it at full speed. And it goes and hits the top of the bell. And the sloth lady does a slow clap, so slow that it doesn't even actually clap. Says, "Congratulations. You get some tokens. If you get enough, you can get some strawberries for them at the main desk. Have a nice day.
Ooh,
They also
good
have
job,
lovely
James Lindsay Whitby.
scarves.
We should get more tokens. I would really like some strawberries.
Is there like an apple bobbing station, do you think?
Yep, there is now.
Whatever
I mean, there's gotta be
fruit
now.
is seasonally appropriate.
Okay, so when we get there, we see the same sloth lady, but in a different mask.
Is this the girl of 1,000 masks?
Apparently.
Ooh. Is this whole carnival just this one sloth lady running every stall?
Apparently.
Who somehow got
Welcome.
there way faster than we expected.
Yeah.
That's
I want the boots that the sloth lady is wearing to get to each booth so quickly.
Welcome to the apple bobbing. There's a sticker on each the bottom of the apples. What you bob for is how many tokens you win.
Ooh. I reckon Queeweedle and Prancer would be good at this because they've got snouts.
And teeth. Ang, ang, ang.
I
Yeah, you've
can't
got plenty teeth.
I can't really get things with my teeth. Need my
You could like
feetsies.
stab them with your beak.
No, I'm not that good. One at a
Anthony doesn't
time,
really have a
folks.
face.
One at a time. Okay, now I'm imagining the slug from Monsters Inc.
Nice.
Oh no.
One at a time, folks.
Who's going apple
It's
bobbing?
delightful.
I don't really want to. Games are not really my forte.
Fair enough.
Didn't follow
Prince
me.
the Dancer, I reckon you'd be good at this one.
Indeed. In fact, this is part of how I won so many tokens earlier.
Ooh. So Prince the Dancer's
So
going
you
apple bobbing.
Pick a number between 1 and 4.
3.
Okay, so you get Bob an apple after slurping it and unsuccessfully getting water somewhat in your mouth. And you spit it out. And the sticker that's on the bottom of it says 10 tokens.
Wow. That's cool.
Solid.
How
Right.
many? Congratulations. Here's your tokens. Remember, you need 25 to get the grand prize at the main desk.
Is that the basket of strawberries?
It is our biggest strawberries from our farm friend down the road.
I'm gonna kind of look around and say, if you really want strawberries, we can get strawberries without picking up more tokens.
Also, I'm happy to
enjoying
pull
tokens.
tokens so that we can share one basket of strawberries.
Yeah, how many tokens do you have, James Lindsay Witherby?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Ooh, more than 5.
Wait, no, I miscounted.
I think
I
that's-
think
I
this
think that's
big one's a
11.
10. So I think I have 15.
That's 25.
Let's get
Where's-
some strawberries.
Yes, let's go.
Congratulations. The main desk is just over there. And she points to the main desk, which is right in front of the big tent for the carnival.
I'd like to propose that as we travel towards the main desk, we are interrupted by the mirage.
Ooh.
Great. So the mirage that has appears to be the too friendly memory of a person, and has too beautiful music with it.
Mhm.
So here's the question then: is what's this music sound like, and who is this mirage impersonating? Does it impersonate someone different for each of us, or does it look the same for all of us?
I wonder if it's Quiwaddle's
Different person
fiance.
for each of us.
Yeah.
Hi,
I don't
Liliana.
know.
Hi, baby.
Yeah, is it Ernon for a queer leader?
I mean, it would have to be.
I'm trying to
I
think who it would be.
see my mother, whom I
think
left
I
when I
see-
started venturing.
I think I see Cole, which is Casey's character.
And I see a young kid that the rest of you wouldn't recognize.
So we all see a different person in the same space. All of us have very different reactions. Dantholomew would be delighted to see Cole.
Queerweedle is absolutely just gonna freeze up.
What are you doing here?
Yeah, how did you get here, Cole? It's been a while. I thought we left you a
Who?
little while ago to rest. What?
Cole's not
Cole's
here.
not my mom's name.
No. Where, what? Why are you talking about your mother? Is your mother here? I don't think I've met
She's
her.
right there. What?
Behind Cole?
No.
I think it would be
Who's
hard for
Cole?
someone to hide behind Cole. Cole isn't here. And also, Cole's small. If he were here, it'd be hard to hide behind them.
But Cole's right there.
Cole
Where
is
you're
not
pointing.
there. Ernon is there.
Who? No, that's my
Ernon?
mother.
Wait,
No,
your mother
it's
is
it.
Ernon?
Ernon is not a mother.
As far as you know.
I think I would know. If anyone would know, I would know.
Dantholomews gonna slowly walk up and is looking between Cole and the group and slowly getting closer. It's like I'm pointing to Cole right now.
No, you're
No,
not.
that's my mother.
I think Dantholomew is going to try and touch. He's going to try and lay a hand on Cole's shoulder. What happens?
I mean,
What do you
mirages
I
are
think
not
it goes
physical,
right through
so
them.
Yeah.
it
And
sort of
as you
probably
touch-
dissipates it a bit.
Dissipates like dust in the wind.
Nice.
Well, I saw Cole. Quiwido saw Ernon. James Lindsay Willoughby saw their mother. Who did you see, Prancer?
I saw Kit. Kit is
These
a
are
young
all
small
people-
fox.
These are all
Does this
people we care
normally
about.
happen around here? Do you know? Excuse me, Miss Sloth. Does this happen often?
What?
Oh, I
Yeah.
don't know. I see my sisters a lot. Wait. I don't have sisters. I don't know. Again with a different mask.
Of course.
Queeweedle, I think, is going to sort of straighten up and clear his throat and say, I think there's somewhere else I need to go.
Do you
And
need someone to come with you?
with that, I'm going to say we should probably go on break for a little bit. We've been streaming for almost an hour and a half. I need to get more water. I'm sure people want food and water. So we're going to take a probably 10 to 15 minute break. And we will be back after that to play more Wanderhome and share this world and our characters with all of you.
Yay!
So-
Break. Thanks, everyone. See you after the break.
Hello. Oh, my captions got messed up. Where did my captions go?
Meowdy.
Come back.
Baby, come back.
You
can blame it on
You just have to click the blue
me.
button to jump to back to the bottom.
It broke
blue
them in the actual. I'm gonna have to go refresh the cache on that. Hello, welcome back. My captions are still messed up. Meowster does not. Yeah, Meowster still exists. They just turned their camera off for a little bit while they eat food. I have to fix my captions real quick because they decided to break. Specifically, my streaming link broke. So let me fix
And
that real
while
quick, and
Scotty
then we'll
does
get
that,
going again.
welcome everyone back to Wanderhome. This is the second half of our second Pride stream of Wanderhome by J Dragon at Possum Creek Games. We're having
There
lots
we
of
go.
fun. Our trip before, and we just entered a carnival.
We
Is
did.
there something whimsical on your head?
There is something whimsical on my head.
What whimsical
your
thing have you
head?
added to your head?
These are standing in for my family of sapling gods.
Oh,
These
okay.
are the bits of the grape bunch
Oh.
that I was eating.
You're really Dionysusing it up.
Mhm. I'm here for that.
All right.
Is it Dionysusing or Dionysing?
I think it's Dionysusing.
I've been pronouncing it Dionysus.
No, it's Dionysus. The god is Dionysus, and if you want to say that something is like Dionysus, it's Dionysian or Dionysian.
But all words are made up, so I'm correct.
Yeah, basically all words are made up. All right, so before we get back into it, I want to go over our schedule a little bit with everyone. Tomorrow, Logan is going to be running Preparing for Paris. I will be playing in that. Reed will be playing in that. I don't remember if we have anybody else playing in that or not.
It's just us three.
I think it's just the three of us. On Friday, I am going to be running Glitter Hearts, which is fantastic, powered by the Apocalypse magical hero game.
I can't wait to transform into my magical self.
Yes, so Aaron's going to be playing in that. Casey's going to be playing in that. Gender Meowster's going to be playing in that. Kat of the creator of the heroic chord system, right, is going to be playing in that. Lynn's going to be playing in that, and May is going to be playing in that. So we're going to have a full house for Glitter Hearts. It's going to be a lot of people. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be very emotional. Saturday.
I brought a strawberry for each
strawberries. Thank you. On Saturday, we will be playing more Everyone Dice Free Skies, so make sure you join us for more pirates. And then we're off for a couple of days, actually. Until...
Scotty, would you like to explain about our giveaway?
I am going to do that when we're done with the schedule. Until Tuesday, when I am running Monster of the Week with a few folks. I think I've got Casey, AJ, and Kat for that. And that's going to be a fun little musical adventure. It would be more musical if I were set up to do music in the stream like my music, but I'm not set up for that. So, and then Wednesday, Casey will be running Masks. I don't have a full roster of players for that yet, or I would tell you who all is going to be in it. Thursday, Logan will be playing more Preparing for Paris. And then Friday, we should be releasing a fun Pride Art stream. Not a stream, a Pride Art video on YouTube that Lynn is going to do of our Everyone Dice characters. And then Saturday will be more Everyone Dice. So that's that. That's where everything is going to be for us, for our schedule for the rest of the month.
Do rocks fall and everyone dice?
You'll have to ask Casey.
Clacky clacky math rocks fall?
Yeah,
and
usually. So our giveaway started at the beginning of the month, and we are going to be posting a reminder, thread, getting it going around again on Twitter pretty soon here. with all of the information about the giveaway, the update on how many prizes we're, giving away. But the
I think
giveaway
it's at
is...
3 now or 4.
It should be, yes. But the giveaway is a grand prize and a couple of standard prize pots. The grand prize is the Colossal Philly Pride set from Heartbeat Dice, a standard Pride set of your choice from Heartbeat Dice based on their availability, a Pride Dice Vault from Talon and Claw based on their availability, and a PDF copy of Preparing for Paris made by Logan.
Nice.
The standard
Things
prize...
may be added as we decide.
Yeah, like, that's what we're guaranteeing. We may throw in some other things. We'll figure that out later. The standard prize pot is one standard Pride dice from Heartbeat Dice based on their availability. And of course, with the regular Pride sets, it's going to be the winner's choice what Pride set we send you so that you can get something according to your identity. And a copy of Time After Time, which was also developed by Logan.
Oh my gosh, what a great prize.
So those are the two categories of prizes. We are currently able to give away 3 sets of the standard prize pot. There is only one grand prize. As it stands, the grand prize is available to anybody from anywhere around the world. It's open to all global entries. And then the standard prize pots are going to be North America only. We can only afford shipping to one global entrant, so we decided that it would be the most fun if the grand prize is the one that's available to everyone. Should somebody in North America win the grand prize, we are going to set aside one of the standard prize pots to be available to only global entrants, like outside of North America, so that somebody outside of North America still wins, since we do have the money to ship outside. So yeah, we don't want to screw over our international audience. Yes.
My question is, how do we unlock more standard prize pot options?
Yes. So more prize pots are the big one that we are pushing. Is donating to places like the Trevor Project, the Native Youth Native Youth Sexual Health Network, Trans Lifeline, Transcend. It's just a bunch of queer charities around the world. We made a little short list of charities in the United States, Canada, and Australia, since those are the 3 countries that Compass Rose Productions exists in. That's where we, the people, are. But if you have another one that you like, one in your country that you want to, donate to and tell us, hey, I donated to this one, let us know who they are, what they're, going to be using that money for, things like that. And we'll probably count it as, one of the things. If you're donating to a place like that anyway during Pride Month because you want to support them, especially during Pride Month, you can take your little proof of donation screen, just a little screenshot of the email that they sent you, whatever you're comfortable whatever you're comfortable using as proof, send that to me in messages on Twitter or to me in direct messages on Discord. And when I say to me, I mean the Compass Rose Pro Twitter. And we will I can make words do. We will add you to that list of, the number of donations that have been made during Pride Month, and potentially unlock up to 3 more standard prize pots. I think I had it set at 25, 50, and 100 donations. And that's
I also
not...
would say your chances of winning are pretty high right now. I think we only have about 20 app entries.
Yeah, we don't have a whole lot of entries yet. So if you're on Twitter, share the thread around. Get more people seeing it. What's wrong, Chewy?
And to enter, we share the Twitter, or we have to make donations to enter?
No. So to enter the giveaway, all you do is you fill out the Google form that is linked on the Twitter thread. And the donations for adding additional prize pots they don't have to be for any given amount. It can be $1, it can be $10, it can be $100. We don't care. It's whatever you are comfortable sharing, whatever you are able to share. The donations and anything else that you do, there's a whole list of actions you can take to help us unlock more prize pots. But anything else you do, it doesn't give you extra entries. It just gives us more prizes to give away to more people. So yeah, it's completely free to enter the giveaway. We just also want to encourage you to, if you're able, donate to various charities. One of the other big things that we really want to push people to do to help us add more prize pots is help us get to 100 total likes and views on Everyone Dice Free Skies episode 1 on our YouTube channel. And if I could get Casey to go grab the link for that and like drop it into the chat, that'd be fantastic. So yeah, we'll be taking a look at that, and I will be releasing an announcement probably later tonight about where we stand on our prize pots and everything, so that we can get more fantastic prizes to give away to more of our wonderful friends and followers. Yeah. That's the giveaway and our schedule. And now we can get back to Wanderhome. Where did we leave off?
Queerweedle said he had somewhere else he needed to be. And Dantholomew asked if you would like accompaniment or not.
It doesn't matter.
I'll take that as a yes, then.
Of course you
Who
will.
wants to... Who wants to sit on B3 with me besides Queerweedle? Because he does not want to.
Want to take a moment
happy
to
to
address
pass
the
along.
fact that for a hot second, Web Captioner decided that Queerweedle, when Aaron said it, was Queer Little.
Yay!
Waiting for it to be clear something.
Mine is usually Queer Weedle. Because it cannot fathom Queerweedle.
Hey, you're just a queer bug. It's okay.
Apparently.
It doesn't know Queerweedle, but it knows Queedle. It knows Weedle, the
Yeah.
Pokemon.
Alright, so, Queerweedle is going to depart the carnival as best he can. He may get a little lost on his way out, because this wasn't here last time he was here. He's not used to carnivals and things.
Was Prancer the Dancer riding on B3? Because Dantholomew would just walk.
Prancer will likely actually walk along with Dantholomew. Unlike Meowster in real life, Prancer is very able-bodied and likes to make things easy on any sort of mount or creature of burden by not contributing to their pain and suffering.
Yeah, that's
B3
fair.
doesn't mind. B3 is unimaginably strong. We are not a burden to them.
I
Well,
too
I think-
like to play able-bodied characters in tabletop games and live out my wildest fantasies of having joints that work.
Whee!
I love to play characters that don't experience chronic pain.
Yeah,
Same.
quick side note. Both of my grandparents had to get both of their knees replaced, so I'm very much certain I will also need to get that done.
Yeah, I'm expecting something along those lines. Anyway, Queerweedle, like I said, is probably going to get lost on his way out of the carnival, because this wasn't here last time. But eventually he's going to make it out into the farm area of this little settlement. Which I imagine you see a lot of, fields of just so many crops. Corn and like soybeans and pumpkin and I'm really imagining a whole, native farming style where everything is grown around each other so that it can help nourish the plants around it. and because there was the whole thing with you grow corn, and then you put little stalks like around it so that the soybeans grow up around the corn, and then at the base of that you've got the pumpkins growing, and they nourish each other and grow bigger and better because of being planted together. So I imagine that's kind of what the farm looks like, is a lot of plants that it's not monocultures, it's food that's all planted like intermingled with other, plants so that they can nourish each other. And then you've also got a bunch of like fruit trees growing up around, so apple trees and orange trees and so on and so forth. And some very clever irrigation running through it, since this is a desert. With a big pond in the middle, because we love ponds. And probably 5 or 6, houses of varying sizes. Some are relatively old, some are, brand new. Just little, cottages that probably only have room for 4 or 5 people living in them at any one time, at most. And Quiahuitl is probably going to very quietly and slowly make his way through this little farming settlement.
And there's, I imagine, people working the fields. Some folks have gone to the carnival, but of course there's always work to be done. And there is a badger, who's the trans woman, apple-shaped lady that we talked about before. Trans woman badger lady, and she is working. She is I don't know a lot about farming. She's doing something with corn. Maybe just checking the corn. And she sees us walking along, and
You know what she could be doing?
What could she be doing?
Could be pulling the corn that isn't the right kind out of the cornfields. The diminutive corn that's not supposed to be growing there, but people just throw their waste in other people's cornfields, and it ends up ruining the whole crop because of transpollination. And then they end up as shitty, not tall corn.
What I want to know is who's throwing waste in this cornfield that's being grown by everyone in this farming community that has no other farms around
Wild bugs.
Okay.
Yeah, wild bugs, just cross-pollinating. That makes sense. So she's toiling away, and she sees us, and as we appear to be sort of meandering through, and she asks, "Hey, want to help out? I'm trying to pull out all of these. You can see these are 2 different types. This one I'm trying to remove. Do you want to give me a hand?"
Quiahuitl isn't going to respond, but is just going to step in and start working like, he knows how to do this. He's done this before.
Is it noticeable that he is at home kind of doing this sort of thing?
Probably, yeah. It doesn't look quite right because he's not dressed for farming. He's dressed for delivering packages, but he pulls off the satchel and he leaves it at the edge of the farm patch, and he just heads right in.
All right, Bumbles, let's go. And they blow their little insect whistle and just starts like and they move as they whistle to go and grab tiny
Aaron,
ones.
I am going to ask you very kindly not to whistle into your
whistle.
microphone. Don't whistle into microphones, please. It hits really, really bad.
We can imagine that sound from now
Yes.
And Prancer, a working song. Dan Tholomee's going to come over to Prancer as the bees are going in and Quiahuitl's going in, and Scotty, you get a token for saying yes to the call for help. And Dan Tholomy's going to come up to Prancer and be like, you know, when we were traveling together some time ago now, I remember you had this really catchy tune or dance or something that when we were marching through a field one time and counting all the flowers, you had a great tune to like help us walk through. I don't know, do you still know that dance and that song? Maybe that would help us here in the
Yeah.
corn.
I do. It's a work song. Let me put my scarf on. And Prancer gets their scarf together and does a rhythmic dance. It's a bit slower, very very repetitive, very simple. But it has a bit of like a lowering and raising rhythmicness to it. That kind of mimics the movement of either corn or grain in the wind or waves of water. And so the movement is meant to inspire the plants to grow, which is another dance that I have. So I'm sort of blending two dances. I have a dance to get the plants beneath the soil to inspire them to grow, and I have a rhythmic work song that is a tradition from my life that I've no desire to return to. But we inspire the plants to grow with this, and we add in some of these sort of swirling above the head motions that invites the winds in the sky to shift so that the weather could change, so that we might water the crops. Perhaps the festival has wound down, but this movement also brings the rains down to water the crops, and so we have this beautiful, like, half of us are doing the crop dance and half of us are doing the weather dance, and we are bringing about sort of the perfect setting to nourish these green bloods in our lives that need the water.
Please take a token, Gender Meowster.
Because water is life. I'll take a token.
I believe Meowster now has 2
retroactive-
tokens.
I think I should lose a token for whistling in y'all's ear.
Oh.
We don't want to punish you for that. I don't think you realized that the microphone was going to pick it up sharp
Innocent
like
mistake.
that.
Oh, so we're dancing and working away, with the corn, pulling out the corn that's going to kind of cause a bit of trouble here. And I think Dan Tholomy's part in this, because he's quite large and he's worried that he'll disturb the crops a bit much, especially with Wode, his mossy boulder god. So when people are pulling out the corn, they lay it at his feet and he will pick it up while he's dancing, and it's going to hold it up to Wick, his candle god, who's going to dry it out, and it's going to become like, like dried rice, like confetti that we can play with later. Going to put it somewhere. He
I'm
hasn't
sure
decided
there
where
are
he's gonna put
baskets
it.
and bushels all around.
Yes, okay. He may borrow a small basket and put these dried out corn bits, set them aside for confetti. I just had an image of him throwing confetti corn at Ernon and Queer Weedle's wedding. So I will plant that. Doesn't have to happen, but it's in the ether.
Yeah, that's a solid idea. That's a solid idea. Let's see here.
And the badger lady is very grateful, and I think after we've done our work, she says, "Oh, do you want to? Thank you for making my work done so quickly. I have a bit of time now on my hands. Would you like to spend some of the afternoon with me? I have quite a bounty of peaches. I was going to turn a lot of it into cobbler, but perhaps you would like a snack for your hard work."
You see
I
Prancer's
do
eyes
like
go wide at the
peaches.
mention of peaches.
But Kuiwittle, you wanted to go somewhere, right? Would it be alright if we just took it with us?
Yes, if you need to journey on, you can take a peach for the road. I understand.
Thank you so much. I'm sure on our way back through, we'll come say hi again.
It would be lovely. Perhaps I'll have peach cobbler ready for you when you return.
Cobbler.
And she hands each of us a peach, and she hands the biggest peach to Prancer.
Liliana has gone under my bed.
Her butt's
She doesn't-
sticking out.
Yeah. Her leggies are all spread out.
She just wants to hang out down there.
Probably with Fleur.
So Quaweedle is going to lead his way further through the further through the little farming village to it's an old little house. It looks like it's probably 20, maybe 30 years old. And it's very obviously something that was built by, just a community of people. I think there's a little, it's not a plaque, but it's a little stone, like maybe a marble stone that sits out right next to the steps up to the porch, that has the letters H and Q, carved into it. And Queeweedle creaks his way up the steps with his old man bones.
I'm going to say, wow, whoever lives here must really love each other. They seem to take good care of this place.
And Queeweedle is going to
as an offhanded observation.
Yeah, Queeweedle isn't going to say anything, but he is going to stop at the top of the stairs for a moment. And then he's going to walk to the door, and he's going to open it and walk in. Not knock, just walk in. And I think the curtains are drawn. I'm sure you can see into the house. On one side, there's a living room that seems to be empty. And on the other side, there's a kitchen with a wolf in it, who is also a little bit gray around the muzzle. And who wears a matching ring to Queeweedle's on his left hand. And when Queeweedle walks into the kitchen, you're all going to see this wolf turn, stop what he's doing and turn. And you can't see his face anymore. But I think you very obviously get the idea that he's tearing up. And they are going to embrace in the kitchen of their home.
This is when Bartholomew has the ideas about throwing the corn.
Are you just gonna throw it at the window?
Gel is going to go, aw, and their little pack of bees in the background do a buzz as well.
And Prancer will reach into a little burlap sack and pull out handfuls of biodegradable confetti and start tossing them around to celebrate.
You can have some of this corn if you like.
we
Oh, thanks.
brought peaches too.
And we have some strawberries left over. We should make
Ooh.
something for Queeweedle and Ernan when they come out. We can make like a little.
And
Okay,
I can get honey
Prancer, do you
from my
remember
bees.
Yes, honey. Honey is great. And Prancer, do you remember when we were looking for flowers that one time? We're really good at finding flowers now. So I reckon we get flowers and we make a wreath. And Jane Lindsay Witherby can make honey, maybe a little basket with the leftover strawberries and peaches. And we'll just put it right here.
Yes, yes.
Okay. And break. And go and break. This is like the fastest that Dantholomew has
This is the
ever been.
fastest that we're getting together a gift ever. I send some of my bees off to get like little grasshoppers or something to do the smallest violin playing ever.
That's so cute.
Crabs are technically a type of insect, technically speaking. Hey, if cicadas are considered shellfish,
They are.
yes, they will activate your shellfish allergies. So,
The way things are related is weird.
so we could have Mr. Krabs here doing the smallest violin.
And in
Well,
the, I'm imagining like the wreath of flowers with the little basket of lovely fresh produce in the middle, and towards the end, while like maybe Prancer and James Lindsay Witherby are like putting everything together, Dantholomew is going to stop and look at Wick, his candle god, as he does sometimes. It just seems to be having a conversation. And yeah, after a while, so like Wick is like a bit melted into Dantholomew's scratchy cloak. But after a while, the wax kind of scoops back up into the candle form, and Dantholomew plucks Wick from his shoulder and lays it among the next to the basket, and the wax kind of spreads out again and attaches to the basket. And then they're just gonna wait for Queerweedle to come back outside.
Are we all just waiting outside for them to come out and yell congratulations?
Yes, that's what I'm envisioning.
The sloth lady appears out of nowhere and just goes congratulations.
Okay, sure.
That's delightful.
So you're gonna be waiting a while, because Queerweedle and Hernon are conversing deeply about many things.
Quote unquote.
No, they're talking. They have lots of things to talk about. And when they do finally come out, they walk out onto the porch of their little home. And Queerweedle looks less tired. He's got his arm around Hernon, and Hernon's got his arm around Queerweedle. And Queerweedle sort of leans over the railing of the porch, and he says, "You all could have come inside. There were
Ta-da!
chairs."
Ta-da!
Don't know where I'm pointing, but I'm pointing at the thing. Come on.
I put in the thing of royal jelly that I promised to you initially.
Yay!
Just come inside. We've got
Oh,
places
okay.
for you to sit that are comfortable.
Pick up all the bits of the gifts.
Yes.
Bring them
Just
inside.
like
Place them on the
There's
table?
there's a moment where Prancer isn't sure where to clean their paws.
There's a
And kind of looks
nice little
around.
welcome mat.
And we'll just use the corner of the welcome mat so as to not dirty the whole welcome mat, because Prancer's a little bit
Oh.
embarrassed about the muddy paws. So we'll do the little bit of cleaning, and then we'll joyfully come inside the house.
Quiwiddle just kind of gestures at various chairs. I think there's a little fireplace in the living room. And there are a couple of little tables scattered around, and a nice little sofa, a nice couple of little living chairs, and to one side of the fireplace there are probably a pair of matching chairs. One of them looks like it's been used very heavily, and the other still looks almost new. But they're obviously matching. They were made at the same time. They were, obtained at the same time. And Ernan sits in the one that's been used very heavily, and Quiweedle sits in the one that's almost new. And Quiweedle looks at you all, and he says, I think I'm staying here. I think it's time.
And Prancer comes over to you and takes off this flower crown that they made and offers it to you.
And Quiweedle is going to take it, but he's not going to put it on himself. He's going to put it on Ernan.
Aww.
Ernan's just going to grin a wolfish grin and say, well, thank you for bringing my Quiweedle back to me.
We'll miss you, but I'm sure this won't be the last time we see you.
Quiweedle sort of shrugs and sighs.
At least I'll make sure I will see you again.
And Ernan says, you're always welcome to stop by. This farming village is... We try to be welcoming to everyone.
If you feed the royal jelly to a baby bumble, you'll get a new queen, and you can get your own honey.
That's good to know. We'll have to
It's
see about
also
setting
good
up,
for your skin.
Is it good for fur?
Yes. Just make sure to rinse it off.
Right.
After like 10, 15 minutes.
Right. We'll have to see about setting up a herd of bumbles then. I think that's one of the things we've been missing here. Quiweedle says, we also need some moths.
And Dantholomew is going to gesture to Wick, his candle god, who's taken up residence on the basket. And Wick is passionate and luminescent, so what that means is he'll turn to Quiweedle and Ernan and say, this is Wick. They are a candle god. And if ever you find yourself lost, Wick can help you find the way again. So I hope that Wick comes in handy and can always guide you. And I think he just sort of shares a glance with Quiweedle and says in silence, better than words can, that he's going to miss Quiweedle.
Quiweedle is going to just kind of nod. And he's going to look at Wick and he's going to say quietly, you sure you want to stay here?
I'd like someone else to answer.
Wick just burns a little bit brighter.
And I think when Quiweedle left, there weren't any small gods in the farming village. By the time of his return, it's probably grown enough that there are a couple. And Ernan's just gonna kind of take Quiweedle's hand and squeeze it and say, I think Wick is going to make a fine addition to our village. Quiweedle will sigh in contentment instead of exhaustion for the first time in a very, very long time.
Can we stay for dinner?
Nanon just says, well, I don't see why not. I was already making dinner for more people than just myself anyway. I always do. I cook too much. And Ernon bustles back into the kitchen to resume cooking.
So we're having a dinner of honey, strawberries, and peaches, and whatever else
that's
Ernon
dessert.
has.
Yeah, that's probably dessert. Probably the
I mean,
honey is getting folded into a cream to go with the
It could-
peaches and strawberries.
It could be a strawberry peach salad. You don't know.
It could be, but
Fruit salad.
I think what Ernon is going to do is he's going to fold the honey into a cream to go with the strawberries and peaches. And probably the actual meal is a relatively hearty like stew. Because this is a farming village. They tend to eat hearty. They've got a lot of work to do. And Cuyahuitl, while Ernon works on the dinner, is going to take off his satchel again, and he's going to set it by his chair. He's going to say quietly, I have a lot of work ahead of me. I need to build a tower. Going to set up a moth tower out here. And maybe get a few moth tenders apprenticed here so that they can deliver the rest of my packages and take care of this stop.
We zoom out of the little cottage as we sit down to eat dinner. We can see the silhouettes of us through the window having a lively and delicious dinner.
And I know we said we wanted to celebrate a holiday.
Girls.
And I don't think we ended up bringing that up at all.
No, it didn't.
Well, it was a
it didn't
carnival.
feel like it fit.
Yeah.
There was a carnival.
There was a carnival.
Girls.
Maybe the carnival is observing a holiday.
Perhaps. The holiday for this one was the Day of Song. I've misplaced the rules for
Perfect.
holidays. Where are they? There they are. The Day of Song ushers away bright
Can
and
I just
welcomes
say-
in breathe, and is remembered by the endless music in the air.
Sounds gay. I'm in.
Maybe that's the one day the Mirage shows up.
Maybe.
Ooh. With the extra fancy music.
So if we are celebrating the Day of Song, we choose two traditions that this place does not engage in, and the rest happen. So the traditions are an elaborate orchestral performance, an amateur talent show, historical reenactments, dancing and singing long into the night, a few songs everyone seems to know, a special drink served only during this holiday, and everyone going swimming. And we're choosing two of those that don't happen.
I don't think everyone goes swimming because I don't think there's a swimming place nearby.
There's a
Yeah,
pond.
that's a good point.
I did
Yeah.
say there's a pond right in the middle of the
Maya,
village.
what's wrong?
It's true. It's
What's
true.
wrong?
I'm kind
She's
of like
screaming at the ceiling.
the
Maya,
Mirage.
Maya.
I'm feeling like not a huge fan of historical reenactments.
Yeah, not my favorite thing. So probably not historical reenactments. There absolutely is a place to go swimming. So if we want to keep everyone going swimming, we can.
What were the other ones again?
So we've got an elaborate orchestral performance, an amateur talent show. We've already cut out historical reenactments, dancing and singing long into the night, a few songs everyone seems to know, a special drink served only during this holiday, and everyone going swimming.
I think then the orchestral one.
Okay, so no orchestral performance. But we are going to have a talent show, dancing and singing, few songs everyone knows, special drinks served only during the holiday, and everyone going swimming. And
Maybe it's
the,
a strawberry peach drink.
Yeah, I think the special drink served only
strawberry
during the
cider.
holiday is probably a cider,
Strawberry peach mead
an
or
apple.
cider.
Yeah, they don't have bees, like they don't have bumbles yet. They don't have honey yet that they make. But
Ah,
I think an apple cider with strawberries and peaches that has been slowly brewing over the course of the season.
you know, especially
Mm.
made from the apple bottom girl. Apple
Yes.
bottom trans girl.
Apple
Yes.
bottom jeans.
Yep, that's
Boots
it.
with the fur.
That's
You know, because
That's it. That's how it works. So, during the day of song, everyone can always get a token whenever you take some time to listen to the music and describe how it makes you feel. Spend a token to sing or make music from the heart, or practice a song with someone.
These are so good. Ooh. Having all these ideas. Okay, what's in character? I would like to invite Prancer the Dancer to share a song if they would like to.
I
'Cause
would love to
appreciate
share a
Prancer
song.
the Dancer's music.
You know, I can always give a song to those around me. So, with the reunited couple in mind, I start to play a song that is very sort of nostalgic and sweet. Like if you imagine the opening music from Up, like that whole opening scene that's got that mega all the feels.
Yeah.
Like that song. There's just that bittersweet, nostalgic love kind of song situation. And so, yeah, maybe it's a violin. I'm imagining maybe some sort of violin for that. I even have a DMCA free copy of a song that we could use, but it'll take me a minute to find it and send it. But maybe I'll dig that out. And it is allowed to be played on stream, I already know. So I start to play this song for all of us. And it's just really wholesome and sweet and kind and
Actually,
tender.
I probably have something that would suit that we were given access to by the creator, if I can find it. I think...
Yeah, I think
the song
Dan
Timeless
Tholomew
Love.
really appreciates the music and feels the draw to get traveling again, even without Queer Weedle.
Maya,
Queer
come here,
Weedle.
baby. Come here. Come here. Come scream into the mic so all can know your tragedy.
It's okay.
Come.
We can hear her.
Yes?
Have you heard the tragedy of Maya the cat? So I think Queer Weedle will listen to this song, and I don't think he's going to dance in the festival itself, like out with everyone. I think that he and Anon are taking it easy. They've settled down onto, their porch, watching everyone, enjoying the music, enjoying the drink, and enjoying being together again. And he just feels, for the first time in probably his entire life, properly at peace. I feel like sunset at this little farming village is a really, really beautiful thing. The sky turns shades of, pastel pinks and purples. It looks like a painting with these, like, brushstroke clouds drifting by. And the pond lights up with... I feel like there are probably little lanterns that they set afloat in the pond during festivals. So the pond lights up with these little lanterns and fireflies start to sort of, bumble about with their lights. And all of that with, the flowers and the plants and the fruits and veggies interspersed throughout the center of the village, and all of the, decorations and these. I'm sure that each house looks a little different. Each house is painted a different color. Each house has different decorations on the porch and hanging in the windows and wind chimes and so on and so forth. Each house feels a little different to fit the people who live there. And I feel like all of this put together, the lights, the colors, the sounds, the emotions, it just paints this really gentle portrait of a quiet little farming village, and the fact that it is home and it is family for these people.
Scotty gets a token.
All these tokens for Queeweedle, who's not traveling anymore after tonight.
He will be very missed, but he is happy now with his husband.
Yeah. And I think between Queeweedle and Dantholomew, there's an understanding that, Dantholomew, I feel, doesn't travel back to places he's already been very often. So this might be a longer goodbye than perhaps some of the other folks in the party. But he does have, other reasons, obviously beside Queeweedle being here, there's going to be a new moth tender tower, and maybe he'll reconnect with Cole and bring them here. So they'll probably see each other again, but it might be a while.
Are you saying Dantholomew is a rolling stone that gathers no moss?
A little bit. Just this guy.
That's my pun stash, by the way. I give myself a little finger mustache whenever I do a pun because I feel sly.
But yeah, I think things just kind of calm down. Like, the festival, it stays cheerful, but it slows down over the course of the evening.
Does Queeweedle get to dance with his partner?
Maya's face is so dumb. Maya's head is empty.
No thoughts.
Absolutely none. Yes, Queeweedle and Ernan will, they'll head back inside towards the end of the night. And I'm sure, the music can be heard all over. Windows are open, music is wafting in and through houses. And they're just gonna share a soft little, slow dance in their living room. Happy to be back together again after so long.
Yes. That's right, Casey. We will miss Queer Weedle for sure.
That feels like a really lovely ending point for today.
Right.
Did you say tending point or ending point?
I said ending
Both.
point.
It certainly is tender.
Ending point.
So, for starters, next time we play, I will not be playing Queeweedle anymore. I will be playing someone new. So for my during each seasonal holiday, choose one. I am choosing you find a tower you want to help operate, retiring from wandering, pick up a new playbook, and make a new character.
So this is kind of like the advancement, mechanical character growth in Wanderhome. Of course, our characters have been growing in a narrative sort of way. But yes, each playbook has different options about how you can mechanically advance your character, and Scotty has chosen to retire Wheel. I would like to choose the option that says get a token whenever you find a safe home for one of your gods and help it settle down. Because I feel like Bartholomew has been doing that a bit lately.
A little bit. A little bit.
I am spending the token to give you the royal honey, the royal jelly, earlier in the day.
That's one of your during each seasonal holiday things. Okay.
To procure a gift for it.
I don't know how to do this part.
So, in your playbook, the very last thing in your playbook should be during each seasonal holiday, you choose one you haven't chosen before. And it'll be a list that's, unique to your playbook.
The dance.
So it looks like the dancer options are learn a new dance from your list, invent a new dance, learn it, and add it to your list. Realize you're good at being something you worried you weren't. Get a token whenever you dance for no reason other than your own love of dancing. Spend a token to offer a dance with someone else, which reminds them of who they are and breathes life back into their heart. You can always ask what song still sings in your heart that you will always be moved by. You can take an unused playbook and add as much as you want from that playbook to yours. Or you retire your character with the road calls you along a new path, pulling you in a new direction away from everyone else.
Ooh.
Those options are
Well-
like also poignant and good.
Yeah, there's two that I'm considering. The min-maxer in me, which is not the one who's going to win, the min-maxer wants to do get a token whenever you dance for no reason other than your own love of dancing, because it would be convenient to be able to just farm tokens. But what I'm going to choose instead, which is much more poignant and emotional and emotion-based, is I'm going to realize that I'm good at something I thought that I wasn't. And the two things I wished I was better at is being handsome and being focused. And so I like to think that this little trans-masculine fox realizes that they really are handsome.
It's a solid
Mhm.
option.
Handsome little fox.
So, with that, we are going to wrap up Wanderhome for the night. For those who are curious, our soundtrack tonight was provided by Alex Rowe. You can find him on Bandcamp. He does a lot of very cool instrumentals. And Wanderhome you can find on Itch.io really easily, or on the Possum Creek Games website. My dog is very upset right now, so you might hear him in the background potentially. And Wanderhome was made by J-Dragon. Once again, Wanderhome is a fantastic family-friendly game. It is great for everybody of any and all ages. It's just a lot of fun. It's a GM-less system. It's a dice-less system. It's really easy to pick up, really easy to get into, and it really tends to dig into fun, emotional, stuff. It can be really lighthearted. It can be really deep. It's all up to how you want to play it. So thanks so much for joining us. As a friendly reminder, you can join our Discord server. The link is somewhere down below the video on Twitch. And, one of our wonderful mod/admins can throw it in the chat as well. We have more streams coming up. Like I said before, we've got Glitter Hearts this Friday. We've got Preparing for Paris tomorrow. We've got our standard Everyone Dice campaign on Saturday. We've got even more next week. Just celebrating Pride. And again, we've got the big dice giveaway happening that you can find all the information on Twitter or in our Discord server. If you have any questions about any of that, feel free to hit me up in the Discord server. Discord server is, without a doubt, hands down, the best place to contact any of us in the Compass Rose team. So, Yeah. We are going to go back to our break screen where you'll find some of the information for the giveaway, and you'll also find our schedule for the rest of the month. And we're going to, after we hit the break screen, raid someone. So stay tuned to help us go support more queer folks.
Speaking of queer folks that you can support, don't forget to support Gender Meowster, who is on
Yes.
Twitch and Twitter and has a Discord. And yeah, you can go to their Twitch, which is Gender Meowster, and their Twitter is also Gender Meowster. So yeah, follow them on all the places. They do lots of fun stuff.
Yeah.
Thanks, Logan.
All right.
Also, Logan has games on itch.io you can buy, and especially the time after time, there's more words that I forgot. You could just sit on your couch with someone you care about and have big cries.
Yeah.
Really tender, sweet little big cries.
Yeah. All right.
Yee.
So we will see you all later.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for being awesome.